Alrighty, so something that well, I just had to comment on because I'm behind the times. I'm trying to test the car and do what I'm doing. So I've heard about the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing, and then I'm sitting there this morning and I heard something about Will Smith getting sanctions. I told Stacey, I said, "What the hell's that all about?" She said, "Oh, you didn't know?" I said, "Well, I heard something about he slapped Chris Rock or something like that, but I didn't think that much about it." She goes, "Oh, no, let me show you the video." So I watched the video on YouTube, and they absolutely should put sanctions on Will Smith. But not for slapping him, but by the fact that he didn't follow that up with another slap with a left and a right and knock that skinny racist little prick on his little skinny ass. Because I promise you, somebody make a comment like that to my wife, he ain't walking off that stage. So I don't know if he should get. I've always liked Will Smith. Him and Denzel Washington are two of the greatest black entertainers I've ever seen. Those guys are, and they're just good guys all the way around. Not just because of the color of their skin, but the fact that they never play the card, they never play racism, they never do any of that shit. Where Chris Rock and Martin Lawrence and all those guys, they take every opportunity to do that shit. So Denzel Washington and Will Smith have always been. I watched Will Smith since Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, believe it or not. I watched all the Bad Boy show. I mean, I just like the guy, everything about him. So, and you got to admit, that motherfucker's got more class. The way he did that, he sat there and smiled, and he just walked up there as calm and cool as can be, and rushed back to China and pimp slapped his motherfucking ass. But he didn't do it. He did it because he said something about his wife, which is what a man is supposed to do. Nobody. Does not matter how another man talks to his wife. It ain't none of your business how they talk to each other. But you sure don't make comments about another man's wife, period. Another man's wife is sacred. That's a sacred deal. Nobody outside of that relationship should tread on it. But, I mean, that was a very off-colored comment that he made, and like I've always said, everybody thinks they're a badass. You guys have all heard him talk about, and he's anyway. That guy's like a broken Japanese radio anyway. I mean, he's got the most annoying fucking voice of anybody. He's really not that funny. The only part that I think he played well was every time when he played, what was it? Smokey and New Jack City. That was him. That was a good part for him to play. Because, yeah, little crackhead. So, the whole, I need to trim my mustache and make my nose itch. Anyway, so I just thought that was funny when I watched that this morning. And I thought, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody's a tough guy. Everybody wants to run that pie hole until somebody decides to close it. And now they're talking about putting sanctions on that man? Come on. Any of you guys that think I want to see a vote. Who thinks Will Smith should have sanctions put on him? And who thinks he should be deemed husband of the year? There's the challenge of the day. Everybody needs to put their 2 cents worth in. Should he be husband of the year? Or should he have sanctions put on him? I'm going to put my vote right now. Husband of the year. That's where he needs to be. Husband of the year. Check this guy. This guy's in a hurry. Here, let me get up here and get in a hurry for you, buddy. It's totally different down here. West Palm Springs, this area. Let me tell you something, peoples. These peoples is totally different. They're all in a hurry to get nowhere. And even funnier than that is the way these people blow horns at each other. It's not a beep beep. It's a bang. And I mean, I'm talking about you're sitting at that light for 2 seconds. I mean, 2 seconds after it turns green. That person hadn't happened to me because I really don't want to have to deal with that situation. It was bad enough the security guard gate deal that I dealt with this morning, which you guys have already seen the video on. So I'm gonna jump off here. I'm headed to Chassis Engineering later today. Update you on the car. I'm out.